my good friend John Kent, Kent's Firestone Batesville, on an absolute gorgeous August the 1st day. Tell us about this day, Mr. Kent.
66 degrees.
Oh,
A nice little breeze blowing.
yes, it's cool.
It's cool. You know, when we were growing up, cool was cool, you know. But it's nice out here this morning.
nice.
It's cool. It's unusual
It is, isn't it?
because we remember some real hot days in July.
Wow.
And you know what? Don't get too comfortable with it, folks, because it's still Arkansas and it's still August. So, but, you know, this is the month we'll start counting the fogs.
That's correct.
We had one yesterday, a beautiful fog, July 31st. I said, how come this is not August the 1st, you know? But anyway, I'll let you know next month what the weather forecast is for the winter.
There you go. There you go.
And this man right here can testify.
It's the gospel.
It happens every year, doesn't it?
Just like you say it does.
How many did I predict last year? 2?
Is that what we got? I remember one year you predicted like 7, and we got 7.
Got 7.
Yes,
Got
sir.
worried about that one, though.
Yes, sir. I thought that guy's crazy.
Took till March to get that to happen.
Didn't it? Yes, sir. But we got them all. We got them all.
So, but we're looking forward to a beautiful August. We've had a wonderful summer season so far. Taking care of a lot of people traveling, getting their cars fixed up, getting their tires on. Got the shop full right now. People pulling up over here in front of the producer director. But she's guiding them in, you see.
She is directing traffic too.
That's right. That's right.
She's good.
Now, if she'll just sell her 4 tires, we'll be in good shape.
That's exactly right.
But you remember we've had some rebates.
We have?
We've had some sales. We didn't have a single rebate in July, but we struggled through it. But guess what starts tomorrow, August the 2nd?
It's back. Show us what we have back. It's money in your pocket back time.
The beautiful director said that I looked like I had a t-shirt on with this up like this, see, so maybe I'll have one made like this. $100 rebate, folks, and just advertise it everywhere I go. So it's on Bridgestone tires,
Wow.
almost the entire lineup. I have some that I bought on special. I've got buy 3, get 1 free on Bridgestones. In addition to that free tire, you can get up to a $100 rebate on it.
You get both?
I'm almost about to give them away, aren't I?
Well, I tell you what, I don't see how a man can stay in business for almost 60 years by giving his product away, but I guess you're doing all right.
I'm doing the one free. Bridgestone's doing
I got you. I got you.
You get a $70 rebate automatically.
Okay.
But if you have one of our Bridgestone, Firestone cards, accounts, if you already have one open, you qualify. If you don't, it just takes a few minutes, doesn't it, to get you ready to drive away with time to pay. And not only drive away with time to pay, but with $100 coming to you on a Visa card. I had a lady in June on the Firestone sale.
Right?
She said, "Don't tell my husband this is coming."
Because he's going to be on down here, isn't he?
No, he's going to, she didn't want him to intercept it.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
She's probably going to get her a new pair of shoes.
There you go.
I don't know whether you can get a pair of shoes for $100 anymore or not.
No, they don't make them.
So,
they don't make them.
and we've lost the Payless shoe store in Batesville. It's
Right.
now the Pizza Hut, so.
Well, you can go down and get a pizza for $100. Yes, sir.
That's good. Anyway, this is going to be on the entire month of August, running into September the 10th. So they're gonna take it past Labor Day for us, because by the time we talk again, we'll be ready for a holiday.
That is exactly right. That's exactly right.
I don't guess we shoot fireworks on a holiday, but
Unless we want to.
oh, can we?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir. That's
I'm surprised they don't set up with the stands and sell them again.
that's the Kent rule.
But don't forget this, because it's August. It's the last chance to take your family and take that summer trip before the kids start back to school.
Last hurrah this month, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone.
Yep.
So we want to get you fixed up, get you ready. Don't want you to get you out on the highway with having a problem. And make sure that your car is ready for that trip. Change that oil, check those brakes, look everything over real good for you. And then get you ready to drive. so you don't break down on the road.
Got to get us in and out.
Right.
And we talk about that a lot, John. But it's so important to have your car checked before you go, because if you get out there, somebody might check it out as you bring it in on the wrecker and let you know what you should have done before you left.
That's right.
And it happens.
That belt might break.
Yes.
You know, who knows? But we'll try to do what we call preventive maintenance.
Right.
You know, the other night I was up at Kroger's, and a friend of mine walked up behind me with a big bouquet of flowers and a nice box of candy. And I said, "What did you do?" He said, "Nothing. This is preventive maintenance." It works for us men.
I got you, yes, sir.
It works for your car.
It does that, doesn't it, sir?
Preventive maintenance is a universal concept if you'll just let us do it for you. And when you get through here, you can drive right up to Kroger's and get your flowers.
That's exactly right. Hey, you got enough money to get flowers? We'll save you enough money to get you some flowers.
That's right. That's right.
And a box of candy, box of chocolates. Yes, sir.
So if he comes home with flowers and chocolates, he may not have been up to something, but he may be going to be up to something.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
So, but anyway, you know, we're here for you Monday through Saturday. Weekdays, 7 o'clock in the morning. We get here early, take you to work, get you back, go pick you up after work. Close at 5:30. That's after everybody else in town shut down.
That's correct.
We're here on Saturday from 7 to 1. So we're here to take care of you. If you don't have enough money to pay for it all at once, which most of us don't,
That's correct.
or don't want to.
Right, there you go.
Don't want to take that trip money, that last hoorah. You may be going to Silver Dollar City to ride that big coaster they've got up there.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm getting on.
Or down to Magic Springs to get wet in the water park. Whatever you're going to do, let's check your car before you do it. Don't use your vacation money, because we have the Bridgestone accounts. We have the 90-day program that we can help most people with.
Sure.
And as we've talked before, David, most people just need a little help.
Little help.
Little help, you know. And we're here to try to take care of you any way we can.
Well, you got a little help, and then you got a lot of help, and then you got 3 for 1. You know, buy 3 get 1 free, get $100 back on some tires, and we'll take care of you. We'll get you road ready. We want your business. We've been doing this a long time. Lynn asked me this morning, she said, "How long have you, Mr. Kent, been doing that program?" I went, "Well, we've been doing it for several years now."
I can't remember when we started.
I can't either, but it's been several years. I could look it up when I got back.
I remember you and Bud coming in first time and saying, "We're Cable 15 TV, and we want to do your program with you."
Like to do a show.
And I said, "Oh, you know, I'd heard people talk about Bud and watching him, you know."
Sure, yeah.
And so I knew the David Dame real well down at the bank, Liberty Bank. I called David and I said, "David, does this do you any good?" He said, "Well, I don't know how much good it does me, John, but when I quit doing it, people say, I haven't seen you on TV."
That's exactly right.
So I said, "It must be doing you some good."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And people come in all the time and say they watch the Kent's Firestone Comedy Hour.
Yes.
And you can even get it on our website.
That's correct.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We star on that every month.
We do, don't we?
And it looks good.
You know, you and I ought to get us a TV show. Talk about Kent's Firestone.
But we already have one.
Yeah, that's right. We do have one.
We do have. And we're universal. We're worldwide.
We
You
are
can see
on the
us
World
on
Wide
the
Web.
That's right.
World Wide Web, Mr. Kent.
That's the reason we always watch what we say, right?
That's exactly right.
But
exactly
folks,
right.
even if you just need it checked over, normally that's no charge. If you buy something or if you don't, we'll give you one of our sweet mints, so you always leave here with a sweet taste in your mouth. Come see us at Kent's Firestone. We appreciate your business.
Thank you, Mr. Kent. We're at White River Area Agency on Aging in Batesville, and we have the good pleasure of getting to visit with Selena Wallace from the Senior Center, the Independence County Senior Center, and welcome to the program.
Well, thank you.
All right, we got to find out, for those of us who don't know about Selena, tell us a little bit about you, tell us a little bit about where you grew up, and tell us a little bit about why you're doing what you're doing today.
Okay. I grew up here in Batesville, or a little town outside of Batesville at Sulphur Rock. My parents had a farm, and so I grew up on a farm. And the way I came to work at the Independence County Senior Center is, believe it or not, my dad, when he retired from farming, he took a job as one of the transportation drivers.
Oh,
and
wow.
So he drove for the Senior Center for 9 years.
Wow.
And he retired from that. And then the director at the time decided to step down from being the director at the county program.
Uh-huh.
And he told me about it, and so I applied for the job, and
Wow.
that's how I'm here. But as far as me, I'm married to Tracy, and we have 2 daughters and 2 sons and 6 grandchildren.
Wow. One big happy family, I'm sure.
We stay busy.
I know you do. I know you do, and I know I got some information on you from the ladies here at the Batesville office here at White River Area Agency, and they speak highly of you and your program and what you do for seniors, and so that's good. Tell us a little bit about the program itself. Tell us a little bit what you guys do, and I know you're in charge of more than just Batesville, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but what exactly does a senior center provide to the seniors?
We have basically 4 programs, and we provide transportation, home delivered meals to seniors that are homebound that can't either stand long enough to cook their own meals, or they are homebound, they don't have a way to the grocery store and things like that. Sure. We provide congregate meals, which are there at the Senior Center in the dining hall, and then we also have socialization, so activities for them that are wellness activities that will help them stay active and balance, and exercise programs and speakers that talk about various topics that would be relating to seniors and what they're facing. And we have speakers from local hospitals, and even the county extension office will come in and talk about gardening or anything. We do crafts with them to teach them a new skill. So we do a lot of things at the centers.
Well, you mentioned the wellness part, and the girls had mentioned to me that we had been designated a wellness site. Kind of explain exactly what that means, and that's a certification that's pretty important.
Yes.
Senior care is kind of changing, and we're leaning a lot towards health type issues, and you just mentioned that. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it is a program that touches on 7 aspects of wellness, and we had to meet certain criteria on each one of those aspects. And it's not an easy task to do, because when you're talking about, one of the aspects is vocational. Right. And, it's hard to fit in a vocational type of activity for someone who is retired. Right. And don't really want to work. But that's where we bring in a craft or a skill or something, some information about something new that might interest them that will help them.
How do people get involved? What do they have to do, as far as the senior center? Just overall, if you want to participate, what do you have to do? I mean, you sign up, you come by, what do you do?
Well, all you have to do is either make a phone call or come into the center. As far as the home delivered meals, we just need a call, and then we'll come out to your home and do an assessment to verify that you do qualify for that. If a senior is able to get out and about, even though maybe they don't have transportation to the grocery store, but they are still active enough that they can move around, then we want to encourage them to come to the center where they can socialize with other seniors and keep their mind active, their body active, and participate in all of the activities that we provide.
Talk a little bit about other locations that you have. I know you have others that you're in charge of.
Our certified wellness center is here in Batesville. Okay. And it is the largest one of the 4 that we have.
Okay.
We do have the Ultroff Senior Center, and they average around 18 people every day, but it's open on Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay.
And Cushman is open 1 day a week on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we had a center at Newark. We had to close it because it is all of the outlying centers are strictly volunteer run.
Okay.
So they have volunteer coordinators that take care of the paperwork and opening up, and we provide all of the food. We cook all of the food in Batesville and then take it out to the centers.
Yeah.
And so we do cook the food, but they have to do all of everything else there.
Absolutely.
So we were lacking. The lady that had been doing it was in poor health, and so she decided to step down. So it took me a little bit of time to find someone, but I am so glad to announce that on August 13th we will be reopening Newark.
Good.
And we're going to do that on Monday and Wednesday, and to start. And now if we have more people come and we want to add days, I said I wanted to start small.
Sure.
So that way it's better to add another day than to take a day away. And I thought, since Ultroff and Newark obviously is only about 5 or 6 miles apart, and so Ultroff is open Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm adding Newark on Monday and Wednesday.
There you go.
And then that way, if they want to take advantage all 4 days of Monday through Thursday, they have access to that. And of course, if they want to come to the Batesville Center, we're open 5 days a week.
Wow. You're a busy girl, aren't you?
Yes.
Was there anything else that we need to talk about or mention here on the program? And I know you do a marvelous job in people, and you got to commend your volunteers. You have to have volunteers to help do what you guys do, and spend a lot of time helping folks that need help the most. We got it all covered?
I just want to say that I have a great staff, and they have a heart for serving others, all of them. Our drivers, our home delivered meal drivers, they care so much that, they make sure that they are taken care of. And, that's a checkpoint for some seniors their family live out of state, and that's the only person that they get to see each day, so that's good. I do have a host of volunteers, and we could not, this program would not be able to run as effectively as it does without volunteers. And we do have probably around 55 to 60 volunteers that don't volunteer every day, but those volunteer at least 10 hours a month or so.
Well, congratulations on your hard work that you do in providing for the seniors, not only here in Batesville, but in surrounding areas. And certainly enjoyed the visit, and continued good luck with the senior center here at Independence County and the other places around.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it.
Selena Wallace, who is the executive director, that's real easy for me to say, of the Independence County Senior Center. Unity Health Harris Medical Center, and we get to meet a very interesting human being. This is Dr. Omar Aziz, A-Z-A-Z, A-Z-I-Z, and a guy who has a beautiful accent, and he's not actually from here, but tell us a little bit, Doc, of where you grew up, where you from, and we'll start from there.
I grew up in England. I trained in England. I worked in England as a doctor for 7 years, 3.5 in OBGYN. And then I decided to come to America because my family lives in Colorado. And I worked in Texas for 4 years, so this is where I've been living.
Now
I learned to say y'all.
There you go, say y'all. Yes, sir. Well, you take being in Texas, and we talked about before we got on here, the unique thing that you talked about to me coming in here was that you lived in Lubbock, Texas for a little while, and then you lived in Newport, Arkansas for a little while, and you said that Newport, Arkansas was a lot like England as opposed to Lubbock, and explain that.
It's closer in terms of, Well, I loved everybody here. The people are very, very friendly, and everything is green, as
Absolutely.
opposed to Texas, which is not green. But in terms of the environment, everything is very close to England. So the minute I landed in Arkansas, I was like, yeah, I'm staying here.
So anybody that's out there that ever complains about Newport, Arkansas, or Arkansas or whatever, listen to a guy coming from England right here and says he loves it in Arkansas. Been in Lubbock, Texas, and that's dry desert, no doubt about that.
That
But
is true.
well, let me ask you this, Doc.
I like Texas, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
I
Texas,
really
beautiful
love
country,
Texas.
beautiful country. What made you, as a young person, when did you decide and how did you decide that you wanted to become a doctor, and why did you choose the field that you
Right.
chose?
Well, I was influenced by my family, really. I've got so many family members who are doctors. So when I was a child, everybody used to ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, oh, I just want to be a doctor, because I didn't know anything else, really.
Right, yeah.
So I think that was a main thing. It's just a family influence. But when I started reading about medicine in general, it's just a different kind of science. It's a special science, and it really attracted me. So I decided to go into medical school, and I became a specialist in OBGYN, because it's a special specialty. It's the only specialty where you look after two patients at the same time, the mother and the baby.
There you go.
Never
Never thought about it that way, but that
Yeah.
is right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's considered an intrauterine pediatrician, really.
Right.
It's the only specialty that combines medicine and surgery at the same time.
Right, right.
So it's a really different specialty.
It's a different
I really
specialty,
like
but yeah, interesting to say the least. And well, and I got to ask you this: I mean, you're here officially, but not officially here to work. But kind of tell us about the dates that you're going to be here.
So I'm actually still in the process of moving. Still don't have my furniture yet. So.
Right, right.
But I'm starting mid-July.
Okay.
So my official starting date is the 16th of July.
Okay.
That's where I start my first clinic.
Good deal. I know
Yeah.
you're looking forward to it.
Absolutely, I'm very excited about it. So
May, we welcome you to Newport, Arkansas. We love our little town here. We think you'll fit in. You'll do great right
I
here.
love it. Everybody is very everybody has been amazing.
That is great.
And I also I'm actually honored to be working with Dr. Jackson and Dr. Jones. I've been really honored that they gave me the opportunity to
Absolutely.
join their practice. They're amazing.
Yeah, they been doing it a long time and are the leaders, no doubt, in their profession around northeast, north central Arkansas, and around the southwest United States, and been very, very good. And as a matter of fact, the doctor that delivered me was Dr. Jackson, but it wasn't this Dr. Jackson, it was his daddy.
Wow.
It was his daddy, so we've had a Dr. Jackson around here delivering babies for many, many, many
Yeah,
years.
I've heard a lot about them, and everything has been good.
Good
Everything
deal.
has been great. So I'm very excited about working with them.
Omar, good to see you, my
Thank you,
friend.
sir.
Welcome to Newport, Arkansas. Now tell me the two things you learned to say, y'all, and what was the other one you learned to say?
I'm fixing to.
I'm fixing to. If you can say y'all and I'm fixing to, I don't care if you're from England or anywhere else in the world. If you can say those, you fit right in Newport, Arkansas. Good to
That
see
is
you, my
true.
friend.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're at St. Michael's Place, Pecan Street, Newport, and of course everybody knows this guy. This guy is Jay Cox. This is Nora Weller. First of all, Jay, tell us a little bit about Nora, and then we'll talk to her and get all the information from her.
Well, David, it's good to be here today. Glad you're out
Good.
with us again. And one of the things before we introduce Nora to you is we're having a luau here today, and we should have set up around in the cafeteria today. It's decorated
Right,
with,
yeah.
all kinds of decorations and palm trees, and residents are excited about what's going on. We're
I
just
bet.
going to have a big party here this afternoon, and that's just one of the things we have going on here. So we're excited here at St. Michael's today. We're having a big party. So
Party time.
you should
Get
stay
down.
around with us. You're dressed for it. Got the
I'm ready to
bright,
go.
bright colors on.
Yes,
And,
sir.
you'd fit in well with
Yes,
us today.
sir.
And So anyway, we're all having a luau here today at St. Michael's. We're having a good time, but just one of the many things going on here at St. Michael's. And like I said, we've had some changes, and one of the changes we have is a brand new director of nursing, and this is Miss Nora Weller, and we'll let her kind of tell us a little bit about herself. And so we're introducing to you today Miss Nora.
Miss Nora, we welcome you to the program, and we welcome you to St. Michael's Place. First of all, we've got to find out a little bit about you. Tell us about you, where you grew up, just a little information, and how you got to St. Michael's Place.
Okay. I grew up in a small town outside of Batesville in Independence County, Sulphur Rock.
Sulphur Rock.
Little bitty town. I started in long-term care in '95. That's telling you how old I am.
Okay.
As a CNA, and I've worked my way up to Director of Nursing. I worked at Woodlawn in Batesville as their Director of Nursing for 8, almost 9 years.
Wow, okay.
Left there, went to Batesville Healthcare, even went to Walnut Ridge to Lawrence Hall.
Okay.
And then I took a couple of years off and I sold tractor parts and worked on the farm. And I didn't know Jay said he was going to get somebody off a tractor to come be the director of nursing, but that's exactly what they did.
I was kidding with Nora before we got on. I said, well, Jay told me that we were going to just get some old girl off the tractor and be the director of nursing, and look who shows up. Nora Weller shows up from Sulphur Rock, Arkansas. that is pretty neat. Well, let me ask you this, Nora, and you talk about being in long-term care and looking back, what got you into this field? What kind of triggered the mind to say this is what I want to do?
I always knew I wanted to be a nurse, and elderly people to me are the greatest generation on earth. They took care of us, they raised us, and they deserve care and respect. And I mean, they're the greatest generation.
And I can tell by the way you answer that question that you've got a heart for this business, and that's what this business is looking for. It's what St. Michael's is looking for, somebody for the director of nursing that would come in here and have the love for the residents that you have to have. Tell me a little bit about director of nursing as itself in general. What are some job responsibilities, and specifically what you do here at St. Michael's?
Staffing, reports, making sure everything's done, especially according to regulation. People don't realize that long-term care is regulated second to nuclear power plants.
Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, I knew lots of government regulations in
Yes.
that, and you got to dot all the I's and cross all the
Yes.
T's. And so you did that for a long time. You got on the tractor. You came here, and tell us about the experience so far. And I know you got a plan about what's going to work here for St. Michael's Place. Tell us a little bit about how excited you are to be here.
When they called me for an interview and I came in and I walked in the building, I just knew this was my new home.
Wow.
I mean, I just felt that this place has a great atmosphere. The staff is great. I got plans to make things better.
Sure.
But
Sure.
it's not because it's a bad home at all.
Right.
It's great. I mean, they just treat their residents wonderful, but, everywhere can have some changes to make it better.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I'm going to be part of that change.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of experience, bring a lot of experience, and bring no doubt a love for what you do. Jay, I know it's excited to have Nora here. We continue to do great things here at St. Michael's Place. And you talk about party time, but lots of things going on throughout the course of the year, and we're just excited about the growth that we're having here at St. Michael's Place. Talk a little bit about the growth that we talk about.
We are, and probably next month we'll introduce another new employee. We did get a new dietary manager as well, and we won't talk about her today. We'll wait and introduce next month. So we're, like I said, we've undergone some changes, some very positive changes, and a lot of people are afraid of change, but we've made necessary changes for the better, and so we're excited about that. And one of the things I heard Nora say that talking about the elder generation and how they deserve good positive care because they've taken care of us. Long-term care is something that gets in your blood. I've seen people come and try to get into long-term care and not last in this field. And yes, we do go through employees that come in, and it's not for them.
Sure.
We have to go through those. People graduate nursing, they get into it and realize this is not their field. Same way with CNAs and even people in the other areas of our of our home that, you know, we have maintenance, we have housekeeping, we have dietary. You know, people realize that this line of work is not for them, but that's okay, because we also will find some that it gets in their heart, it gets in their blood, you know, and this is for them, because working with this age group and working with these types of people, to me it's a calling and it's a lifestyle, and we want those employees that want to be here and want this, and once it gets inside of you, you can't get away from it. I mean, and so we are excited to have people on board that want to take care of these elders. And it's not all elders. I mean, now we're in the nursing home field, we're getting residents that are younger. People are getting sicker at a younger age nowadays. You'll find, you know, because of lifestyle changes, people are coming into nursing homes a lot younger than they used to. And so we're also having to adapt and make changes, you know, for younger residents. And so that creates new challenges for us. So, you know, and part of our changes and dynamics that we're having to change is because of that. But what we're doing at St. Michael's is very positive, and we're excited about the growth and excited about the changes, and excited to have new staff. So.
Well, I know this, and Nora, I kid you about getting off the tractor and coming to work here in Chase looking for somebody, but I know you're a welcome addition to St. Michael's Place. They love having you. Congratulations on your new job assignment.
Thank you.
Nora Weller, she's from Sulphur Rock, Arkansas. She told me early on, she's from a small little town up near Batesville, and I said, well, what is Sulphur Rock? And I happen to know your basketball coach, Coach Krotz, did I not?
Yes, you did.
Could you shoot it pretty well when you played?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably could still do that, but my sons could probably outshoot me.
Well, we don't want to tell them that. No, keep them thinking that you can outshoot them. Jay, we appreciate you, my friend, for taking time to join us here at St. Michael's Place. And once again, congratulations to you on your job assignment. St. Michael's Place, Pecan Street in Newport. We've got things going on out here. We're growing, we're happy, and we're doing what we need to do for our community.
Come see us.
WRMC Medical Complex in Newport. We get to visit with Dr. Praveen. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, sir.
Pain management doctor. We're going to talk a little bit about pain management and how we work on pain. But first of all, we want to find out a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about you, about growing up, where you grew up, and tell us a little bit about your medical training.
I was born in India, and I did my schooling back home. And after I finished my school, I joined into medical school at Bangalore Medical College. It's one of the reputed medical colleges back home. After I finished my medical education, I did join anesthesia post-graduation.
Okay.
After that, I came here, worked as a research fellow at Cardiovascular Research Institute in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow, okay.
After that, I got into matched into physical medicine, rehabilitation medicine.
Okay.
I did my training, 4 years of training in PM&R at Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes, yes.
And after I finished my residency, where I did learn managing acute and chronic pain in both in musculoskeletal medicine and other areas of specialties such as spinal cord injury,
Absolutely.
Traumatic brain injury, several other fields. Then I did cancer pain management at Texas Tech Health Sciences.
Texas Tech, Lubbock,
in
Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. And after that, I joined here as an attending physician at White River Pain Management Center, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, you bet, you bet. Well, we're happy to have you here in Newport, and you're here 4 days a week. Annie was telling us, and I'm always curious, Doc. When along the way as a kid, when did you decide, or was it later on in life, when did you decide you wanted to be a doctor? How did that come about?
For some reason, I was really fascinated by the idea of being a doctor, and I perceived it, and I never had any other second thought, or like, so I I eventually matched and did my residency training.
Yeah. So young person decides you want to be a doctor, and it's all you've ever wanted to be, and that's what you've been. And
that's what I wanted to be, and I pursued my passion. And
absolutely.
And it has been passion, although it's a very long journey though, but I did pursue it, and I really love what I do, helping people, treating their pain.
Well, I want to talk about pain, and you hear these terms a lot. You hear acute pain, and then you hear chronic pain, and people say, "Oh, I've got this chronic pain." Kind of explain the difference between what acute pain is and chronic pain, and how we go about treating the chronic pain.
Sure. Acute pain is something like when you have an injury, they come to the hospital or come to the clinic. That's called an acute pain. If this pain persists and continues longer than anticipated, I mean, we use the definition 3 months is the course, and if it goes beyond 3 months, and we call it as chronic pain. And yes, managing the pain is different for each.
Sure.
So first, initially, we analyze what exactly is the reason for the cause for the pain.
Okay.
Suppose if it is like any injury, of course, it's going to get healed. It heals over a period of time, within weeks. Then after that, even if it still persists, then we try to find out what exactly is causing the pain in terms of x-rays or in terms of imaging, whatever the workup is necessary. So then the plan of management also differs depending upon what exactly is the condition the patient is presenting. So it's a wide spectrum, and depends like whether we are treating for a nerve pain or a musculoskeletal pain.
Sure.
Or yeah, we determine that when we see the patients.
I think one of the things, and of course, you know, in today's society, we hear so much about opiates and so on and so forth, but, and I read this on the website, one of the things that we try to do is we're trying to get you off the medicine. We're trying to get the pain stopped completely where you won't have to take medicine, and certainly in pain management, one of the things that you do. And tell us about your being here at Newport, how many days a week, and of course, your WRMC Pain Management Clinic in Batesville, but you're here in Newport. Tell us about like the days that you're here.
I'm here 4 days a week, Monday through Thursdays, and Friday is my office days. I come here, I see the patients, evaluate them for whatever the conditions they come for, acute pain or chronic pain. Then I determine what kind of management is best for them in terms of medications. The goal of pain management is not to put the patient on pain management, what the general population or the public thinks. It's basically we want to try to see if we can get them better without the medications.
Absolutely.
The best with the therapies or any modalities or any interventions with therapies or injections. That's the primary goal. It's not just put the patients on pain medication.
Absolutely.
And
it's an interesting field.
It is.
And you talked about the broad spectrum of it. I mean, because you could come in here from a pain in the head to the neck to the back to the leg to the foot to the. I mean, you have pain everywhere.
Yes.
And but you guys have to just go in there and once you do the workup and so on, and you get to the bottom of it, and you got to enjoy what you're doing, and you say that you love what you're doing.
Right. Yes, I do love. And when I see the patients initially, I do try to find out what exactly is the cause for pain. That drives our management and treatment plan.
Absolutely. And we have a couple of other people here that also see patients, and who are they?
Yeah, we have Dr. McCourt. In addition to me, I mean, we have Dr. McCourt, we have a nurse practitioner, Chanel, and several other pain management colleagues of mine. They do work in Batesville. Dr. Siddiqui, we have Dr. Larson.
Right.
We have a new addition to our group, Dr. Rossetti. So it's a nice teamwork.
And enjoying every minute of it.
Yes.
Dr. Praveen, it's always interesting to find people that are in depth into their field, and pain management is just one of those things that it's always intrigued me. I've seen Dr. Siddiqui before. I've gone through the injection part. Just wonderful, wonderful job that they have done for me. But it's my pleasure to get to see and welcome to Newport, Arkansas. And of course, it's referral. Is that correct? You have to get referral from your primary care physician.
Yes, we are referrals. We take referrals. We are primarily specialists. So whenever the primary care thinks that they cannot manage the patient pain, they can refer to us.
Absolutely. This is Dr. Praveen. We're at White River Medical Complex in Newport, and as part of the WRMC Pain Management Group up in Batesville, and seeing patients 4 days a week. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Customized vision care, the Village Mall in Newport. Dr. Gavin McDowell, and he and I have been discussing on what we want to talk about today, and we came up with what?
Well, tomorrow is National Margarita Day.
Yeah, baby!
Let's talk about some different type of glasses.
Yes, sir.
Ones we want to fill with margaritas.
But what is that?
I wish I had a big prop, a big margarita glass
prop?
would have been nice.
But isn't today National Sunglass Day or something?
Today's National Sunglass, that's not near as important as tomorrow's National Margarita Day.
I agree with that.
So much more pertinent to talk about eyes and margaritas.
Well, you know, margaritas, if you get a few of them, disturbs the vision somewhat. I'm not an optometrist. Or an ophthalmologist.
You're not an expert,
I'm
but
not
you
an
have
expert.
dabbled in home science, have you not?
Well, home science will tell me that it does affect the vision somewhat.
Yeah, just a tad.
Driving ability it affects. If you have 4, 5, or 8, or 12, sometimes
Realistically, or all of them.
or all of them.
All of them.
I used to
We'll
drink
have
all
all
of
the
them.
margaritas.
Just let me have all of them, please.
Yes, sir.
How many would you like to have?
Bring me all the
of them?
margaritas you have.
Yes, sir. I'll take it at +1.
+1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for one to go.
And a big one to go. A big one. You got to
Awesome.
get a
I wonder
big
if you
one.
can do that. Can you do that at the bars?
Well, I don't know.
I'll find
Probably
out.
not.
We need to find out
What
later.
state you're in.
Yeah.
Just get a big one to go. We have a professional show. We have a professional.
And it's just not this
business here.
piece.
It's not, no, this is not the one you need to be looking at. We actually take care of people's vision.
We do.
We do eye vision, as I like to call it. Not
Eye
ear
vision.
vision, not toe vision, but eye vision.
The only thing I don't check is hindsight. That's a total different medical specialty right
It
there.
is, isn't it? Oh, this guy, sometimes he just puts me to sleep. He's so boring.
I am.
Everything's good at Dr. Gavin McDowell's
It is.
Eye Care.
It is
Customized,
good. Yeah. Swinging through the summer.
Been busy.
Been busy. Back to school starting up.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Well, we need to remind folks about
yeah.
that, about
Yes.
coming to
Yes. That's.
kids.
We
I'm a
planned
genius.
this. We planned it. It's all scripted.
We have no idea what we talk about when we get on here. We just go.
That's pretty much right.
But if people are going to go to school, and it might be a good time to check their eyes, have their children's eyes checked.
I get a big flux of them right after school's up because
Right.
you know there's and I hate to say it, I'm in one of these two categories. We have good parents and the parents just trying to tread water, you know. And so the
You're one of those
good
two?
parents come in right at the end of school, start of summer, and just get it done and out of the way, so that way you know they got the rest of the summer somewhat handling things. Mind you, my kids have not been in for their summer visit yet, so I'm on the tread and water group.
Two categories.
It's gonna be like, crap, we gotta get them in before school starts next week. But yeah.
Gotta hurry in and get
Summertime is a great time to get your kids in, have them stop swimming for 30 minutes or so and come in here and let's get their exams done. That way, my favorite line of the whole school and vision-related campaigns is that a child should not have to fail to see. And what that means is there's so many, in spite of the fact that schools are mandated where they check vision at certain grades, I don't want a kid getting into a position where they're in school and their grades start to slip, and then the last thing, just the light goes off on the parent or the child's head, like, oh wait, maybe it's their vision.
Right.
And I can't tell you the number of kids I've had come in and be like, how's your grades? And like, oh, they're not very good. And I do their vision, like, I think I know why.
I know why.
And so, a child shouldn't have to fail, or perform poorly in school to then have the opportunity to see that it's their vision related. So a child should not have to fail to see. And I'm a big proponent. Get them in often and early and check it out on a very regular basis.
I was going to ask you about a time frame. Somebody, say they're in the 3rd grade or whatever, and what in their vision, their eye, when will it deteriorate? How much does it deteriorate, and over what course of time does it deteriorate?
Well, that's a good question that has no answer. I mean,
Okay. It's different for everybody.
It's different for it's extremely variable, and it could happen with some kids. You know, you talk to people who've worn glasses all their life, and you might talk to someone. I didn't get glasses until I was 16.
Right.
Another person I didn't have glasses, and I started wearing glasses when I was in 4th grade. You know, it's totally way across the spectrum of how it's going to work out, and it's you know, it's kind of predictable for different types of vision problems. Like children who are nearsighted, they may start showing signs very early.
Okay.
Kids who are very farsighted may not show signs or have difficulties until later in higher up in grades. So it's just there is no answer to that.
Well, there's no doubt that children would suffer if they can't see the board or whatever they use anymore.
Absolutely.
Or reading the computers. We have computers now, and if you can't see the computer, I mean, a children's grades will suffer, and the educational process suffers itself
Absolutely,
if they can't see.
absolutely, and you know, like I was saying earlier, the schools. I may be totally wrong on this, but I think I'm right. They screen vision in kindergarten, 2nd grade, 4th grade, and 6th grade.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the schedule, but that is just that. That's a screening.
Right.
And I get just as many kids coming in who have failed a screening because they just weren't interested in what's going on.
Right.
Or you know, the school nurses who are performing these screening tests, they're human.
Sure.
If I told you, hey, you know what, David, I've got 70 kids. I need you to check their vision in the next hour and a half. Just run that through that little machine. It'll do all the work for you. You
miss.
Toward the end, it's going to be like, fine, you can't see, bye, and pass it off. But, you know, it's important, and I love the fact that we do that, and that's actually state law where kids have their vision screened. If they failed, they have to have their vision checked by an eye professional.
By a professional.
But, you know, still, people fall through the cracks, and there's some things that won't present during a screening that could seriously affect, you know, a child's ability to see and function and perform well in school. So.
Well, there's no doubt that this is the time of year. I mean, we're in July, and school gets started in August, and you need to call and make appointments and get your appointments made, you know,
Yes.
right now to whether you're in Newport or Batesville or around Northeast Arkansas. And you've got several locations that you help folks, and Pocahontas, Truman,
Yes.
From Truman, Pocahontas, and have an office from Jonesboro, have an office in Truman.
Say that in English
You're
this
from
time.
Corning. You have an office in Pocahontas and Truman, is that correct?
Yes,
That is
yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Along with the one here in Newport.
Yeah.
And we encourage, and our show airs on Newport and Batesville. We encourage the folks in Batesville to if you're looking for an eye care professional, not an eye vision care, but eye care professional, I totally recommend Dr. Gavin McDowell at Customized Vision Care. Funny guy, but a pretty good guy. And
Well, I can't sing and dance, so I gotta have.
you can
I
too.
gotta have some talent.
I've seen you. I've seen you, brother. You can sing and dance, and you can do all those things.
I want you to know that video was taken years ago, and
I've seen
I
it,
was
though.
told it would not be posted. That's what I'm
YouTube,
saying.
or YouTube. Well, once you get it on YouTube, it's worldwide, isn't
Oh
it?
man, it's there forever.
My friend, as always, a pleasure to see you. You need glasses. You think you need glasses. You want to try some contacts?
Yes,
We do that.
we do, and
Tell us about-
sunglasses.
And
It's National Sunglasses.
Tell me about sunglasses.
Oh,
Y'all
they're
have sunglasses?
fantastic. Oh, we got a couple.
What y'all got?
We got Oakley's, Ray-Bans,
Wow.
Nike's, Bolays,
Yeah.
Kate Spade, Coach.
I had some Bolays, which I call them Bolies, but
Bolays. I love Bolays.
I do too, and I had them for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years maybe. I never had a pair of sunglasses, but I lost them about 3 years ago. I lost them, okay? And I happened to pull a suitcase out of the closet that I took to Florida 3 years ago, and lo and behold, there they were. I hadn't been back to Florida in 3
know what-
years, but
you know what
I
I
found
mean?
my sunglasses though.
You know what would have made that story even better?
What's that?
If you said, you know, I lost them, I never knew where they were, and then 3 years ago I was going on a trip, I pulled a suitcase out, they weren't there either. Anyway.
So I came in and bought some from Dr. McDowell.
We got more.
Yes, sir. He's Dr. Gavin McDowell. We're at Customized Vision Care. We're at the Newport Village Mall. Come see us. We've got stuff to talk about at the Dairy Queen, the grill and the chill, and this is Tammy Gallant, who always joins us to talk about all the great treats that we have, and the blizzards and the chicken. But the one thing I really want to hit on today, I saw an ad on TV, Tammy, welcome to the program,
All right.
where you could get all you wanted to eat, and it was a buffet. It was $12 for lunch plus your drink, about $15. And what I thought about when I saw that was Dairy Queen, $5 lunch. $5 lunch.
That's right.
What can we get for $5? Because I promise you, it's all you can eat.
Yeah.
What's on the $5 lunch menu?
Well, we have the 3-piece chicken strip.
Yeah.
We have the deluxe cheeseburger, and we have a salad. And right now we're running the Kansas City barbecue bacon cheeseburger. And all that comes with fries, a medium drink, and a sundae.
And a sundae. And it's all you can eat. For $5.
Yeah.
And if it's not all you can eat 2 of them if you think you wanted to eat 6 pieces of chicken and 2 orders of French fries and 2 sundaes for $10.
Exactly.
You don't have to pay $15
That's true.
for a buffet. But anyway, you guys do a great job here. But you've got some specials coming up this month. It's going to run after the first of the week. Tell me about the specials on burgers that we've got coming.
We're going to do 2 cheeseburgers for $3 and 2 doubles for $4.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
2 cheeseburgers for $3?
Yep.
Wow, and 2 doubles for $4.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to get that, and then instead of a $5 lunch.
There you go.
How long is that promotion going to last? Do you know?
It's going to last for August and September.
August and September. It's got a couple of months, and so take advantage of that. And I did notice on the window a while ago.
We're still doing our 2
2
for
for
$4
$4.
treat nights after 8 o'clock. Uh-huh.
After 8 o'clock, you can come in and get 2 treats for $4. And give me some examples of the treats that we might want. I noticed the dip cone.
Well, it's only with our dip cone, our cones or dip cone or our sundaes.
Okay.
It's small and medium.
Okay.
You can mix or match.
Okay. Good deal. And the dip cone, kind of one of those staples, kind of like the DQ sandwich and the dilly bar, the dip cone, and I don't know why when I was a kid we used to call them brown derbies. I don't know why. There's a brown derby. And you go into the Dairy Queen, you got a brown derby. There's a couple of those brown derbies, please.
Yeah.
And you say that around, people go, "What in the world are you talking about? What's a dip cone?" It's a dip cone, but lots of treats also, and I think you could probably see the cakes and treats in the background there.
Yeah.
It's back to school, busy time. After school specials, always got those going on.
Yes.
Talk about the drinks.
We have our happy hour. You can get a large drink for $1. You can get your a small frappe. I think it's $1. Your pretzel sticks for $2. So,
And I didn't mean to interrupt, but it just triggered me because I keep looking at this honey barbecue glaze over here on the wall. The chicken and how's that going?
that's going great.
Good.
It's going great.
Honey barbecue chicken. It's hard to improve on perfection because the chicken strip basket, the staple of Dairy Queen, is perfect.
Right.
And I guess this is just as good as perfect.
Yeah. And we still offer our hot honey
Right? Good deal.
chicken
Good.
strips. So.
Y'all got it going on at the Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah.
We invite you by, Tammy. I know y'all have a tremendous following, and we certainly want to thank the fine folks in Batesville and surrounding areas that support us. You know, every time I'm in here, I see people from Newport in here.
That's right.
Yeah, so, and we thank those folks for coming and doing
Yes.
business with us. And don't forget about the $5 lunch. And tell us again what you can get for $5, and it'll fill you up. And if not, we'll serve you the $10 lunch.
Okay, well, we can get 3-piece chicken strips, or we can get a deluxe cheeseburger, we can get a Kansas City bacon barbecue burger, or we can get a salad, and they all come, except for the salad, they all come with fries, a medium drink, and a sundae.
And a sundae. All at the Dairy Queen, the Grill and Chill in Batesville. Come see us, folks. If you want to spend a lot of your hard-earned money somewhere else, that's okay. If you want to spend $5 for lunch, come to the Dairy Queen. Love to have you. Thanks, Tammy.
Yes, we would. Thank you.